Good day, everyone. My name is Maria Kondzielska, and this is Poland Daily Culture. In this series of programs, I'll be talking to young Polish publicist and freshly baked author Ania Stępniak. Aniu, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Her first book, It's a Displeasure, just appeared in the bookstores. So let's find out what is her story. Aniu, let's start with your main character. His name is Malik, and he is 51 years old, and we know he's after divorce. And he's very lonely, I would say, in this book. What you can tell me more about him?
Okay, so I have to say it was my purpose to create a male character, not a female, because I think it's more of a challenge for myself. It would be just too easy to copy-paste a woman, I'm a woman, and just say, okay, this is my life. And plus, I hope it's convincing. It's a convincing image of a man, because I don't know too many men of this age. But I hope when you read it, you understood it. It's this problem that at least my generation has, and I had, of women around, let's say, 30, wanting to find a guy who is older because of the reasons of emotions and intellectual reasons. It's just that for many years I found people, men around my age, too childish. So that was sort of natural to create someone who is over some past and has some reflections over the world, because I don't know if it's expressed very well in the book, is that suffering and pain is what actually makes your character. If your life was so bright and shiny and nothing really happened, then I don't think you have too many reflections about the reality.
And definitely he has a lot of reflections about it. So he went for a divorce, and he's trying to maintain his relationship with his daughter Basia, and a little bit also with his ex-wife. But the ex-wife is treated in this book in a way that, she just find new age ideology.
Actually, one of the readers said that this book is against men, and I don't agree, because many characters here, like the ex-wife, is not presented also very well. So I hope you didn't have this feeling, this sensation that it's against men. It's not against men, definitely not.
No, I would say it's a huge criticism of a lot of
everyone.
Everyone, but that's true. But I still have this impression that what happens to him is not the most important. The most important was what he thinks. Mm-hmm. And we have all this long passages, I would say even longer, in the book, of his inner dialogue, mm-hmm. when he tells what he thinks about the world, what he thinks about the politics. So did you kind of create your own alter ego?
I wouldn't like to say it's 100% true, and definitely not all his opinions are mine. But also, to answer your previous question, yes, I would say he is sort of lonely in the world. And yes, I hope what I created, that there's some sort of balance between the narrative and the dialogues and the reality presented, and what also he thinks. I hope it's balanced more or less.
One of the characters, which is very important and actually the most positive, is the city. So the book takes place in Warsaw. Mm-hmm. We also have Warsaw at the cover. And whatever bad happens in the city, even around it, you still didn't blame the place itself. Warsaw is beautiful. Warsaw has a beautiful face. It's a good place. Even if people come here, make mess here and go away or stay, but let's not blame this place. So tell me more about your approach to Warsaw.
I'm happy that you noticed it. Yes, this is what exactly I think. I think there's so much bad PR over Warsaw, and I think this is part of the reason is just, you know, other people, I don't know, some being jealous, let's say, of people who live in Warsaw and seeing the city as full of very selfish people just focused on their career, and city being ugly and dirty. Well, it's not dirty, that's no one can say it actually, but ugly. If you really live here and sense the spirit and also know some history, you would just know that Warsaw has its spirits and I would say soul, right? Even if it's ugly, but it's just a great place to live. I can accept that some people don't like Warsaw. It's fine. I mean, there's no obligation to like it, but if you try to observe the city a little and what's happening here, then maybe you could have some understanding why this city is this way, not another way. It can't be, it will never be like Kraków, I'm sorry. I mean, not this type of architecture and arts, definitely, but it's like, you know, comparing, I don't know, apples and bananas. You can't compare it, I mean, just to the different things, right?
Absolutely. But do you think that living in the city changed people? Do you think that being in a certain place,
it does, definitely.
Influence them?
If you go to just even if you go to towns around Warsaw, like 50 or 70 kilometers, you just feel that people are more relaxed. I mean, they just walk on the streets slower and they seem to be less stressed. And in Warsaw, most of the people are stressed. I mean, try to, in rush hours, use the tube. And then what I used to do, I used to run, like, you know, take a certain entry in the tube just to be next to the stairs, to be the first on the stairs and to run. And, you know, it's like, and then you are the first among all the crowd. I mean, what's the purpose of being the first? There's no reason, but people do it.
We want to get quickly from one place to the other.
No, it's like, I mean, more like being on time rather than being the first. It's what this city does to you, but it's fine. It's just, this is what it is.
I would like to ask you, so your characters are in a different moment sometimes in Warsaw, like 5 a.m. on a tube, or in the midnight on a police station where Marek picks up his daughter. So, and you say Warsaw is all the time alive, even in all of those hours. Do you think it's really true?
Well, except for maybe New Year, the 1st of January, and maybe Christmas, then it seems a little emptier. But yes, it's alive all the time, and I think it's one of the reasons it's so interesting, and so it makes people want to come here.
A book of Ania Stępniak, It's a Displeasure, happens in Warsaw, and it is specially dedicated to all the Warsavians who love the city. If you're one of them, read the book. And thank you for watching Poland Daily Culture.